Hello dear friends, my name is Miss Nadezhda and today we are going to speak about adverbs for grammar and for vocabulary we will go on with the topic hobbies. So in English language an adverb is the word that describes a verb and in a sentence they usually are used together. For example, run very well, speak very fast. The question which usually answers the adverb is how. So today we're going to look at more words like rather, quite, and to. To in English language is used with adverbs and adjectives. Adverb answers the question how and adjective answers the question what or which. Let's look at the examples here and the pictures. So his shoes are too big. Too is adverb and big is adjectives. Yes, like very big. Okay. The next one is there is too much sugar in the tea. So too is adverb. Much is also adverb. Like it's very sugary and it has a lot of sugar in the tea. The next one is rather. Rather is the adjective which is usually used with negative ideas and sometimes rather is used to express surprise. It can also sometimes be the synonym of very. For example, the weather isn't good. It's rather cloudy. So it's a bit cloudy here, yes? Paul doesn't talk very much. He's rather shy. So he's a little bit shy, you can say. These oranges are rather good. They are good. Did you try them? Like it's unexpectedly good. It's surprise that they are good. Yes, they are rather good. Did you try them? The next one, you should visit this place. It's rather nice here. Like I was surprised because this place is nice. So this is all about rather. Now let's go to the next slide, which is quite. Okay, so quite is used more in positive context and rather is used more in negative context. Yeah, let's look at the picture first here. So we have some positive person here, yeah, and some negative person here. So the positive person uses usually pretty, yeah. I had a pretty busy day, yeah, and the negative person says, oh, my day was rather boring, so he doesn't like his working day. So the quite is less than very but more than a little and use positively. Quite is similar to pretty, yeah? Put on a jacket when you go out. It's quite cold, like it's a little bit cold there, yeah? There were quite a lot of people at the meeting. So the meeting was full of people, yeah? Quite, you can say very, but less little than very. This is quite expensive t-shirt, but the quality is good. So it's a little bit expensive, but the quality is good, yeah? The next one is the grammar practice, yes? So now, dear friends, let's have some practice. Here we are going to use some adjectives like the ones that we have here and we need to use them plus to. Okay, so we have big, crowded, fast, heavy, low and loud. Okay, so let's look at the first sentence. We have too many people here, yeah, and that's why what do we use here? That's why we use here too plus big, yeah, or crowded, yeah, you can say. Then the next one is this box. So we see that it's very, very big again, yeah. And I think this box is too heavy, yes? Okay. And then the next one is the net that you usually play with tennis. And this is very, very, not really high, yes? And that's why we say this net is too low. Yes, right you are. The next one is the lady is driving the car, but I think her speed is very, very high. Yes, so she's driving too fast. Yeah. Okay, good one. Then the boy is wearing some jeans, but it's not his size, yeah? So these jeans are too big again, right? You are. The next one, number 6, they are having a party, maybe it's someone's birthday, and the music is too, so very big music, yeah? So the music is too loud, right? You are. Very well done. Let's go to the next slide and have some more practice. So here we have to use rather plus one of the adjective. Let's remember that adjective is the word that answers the question what. Yeah. For example, it can be interesting, difficult, beautiful, important, fascinating, and so on. Okay. So now we have to say rather plus one of the word. Okay. Like the example, the weather isn't so good. It is rather cloudy. Yes. Number 2, I enjoyed the film, but it was rather, like, not very good film. Yeah. Rather boring. Yeah. Okay. The next one, I answered the questions in the test, but it was rather, like, it's not easy, but it's rather difficult. Right, you are. Thank you. The next one, this shop has very good clothes, but the prices, here is the low and here is the rather high. Yes, of course. Very well done. The next one, this cafe is in good location, but the food is rather, what do you think there is? Expensive, yeah? Location is good, but the prices are high again. Okay. The next one, we have quite plus some of the words that we have in brackets. Let's look at the examples. The weather was good. It was quite a nice day. The next one, Tom likes to sing. He has. So first we put a quite, yeah? Then we have an adjective and a, yeah? So quite a nice voice, yeah? Or quite a good voice. The next one, the bus stop is far from the hospital. It is quite a and adjective. Quite a long way from here. Good one. The roads were busy. There was quite a lot of traffic. Okay, very well done. Now let's go to the next slide. And here we are going to speak about hobbies. Last lesson, we mentioned that hobbies can be divided into indoor and outdoor activities, but this time we are going to divide them in 3 different groups. This is physical activity, intellectual activity, and creative activity, okay? So, for the physical ones, we have basketball, football, swimming, running, and yoga. For the intellectual activities, we have reading, chess, learning a language like English, okay, board games, and collecting coins. And for the creative activity, we've got singing, acting, blogging, poetry, and sewing, yeah? So now let's match the pictures to the groups that we have in the green box, okay? So we first have doing puzzles. What group of hobby is it? Of course, it is intellectual activities, right? You are. The next one, something connected with taking animals from the rivers. So this one is fishing. What is it? So this one is physical activity, yes? The next one is connected with art and portraits, yeah? And this one is when you do something new. So this one is creative activity, painting. Riding a horse is again, is it intellectual, creative, or physical? Of course, it is physical. We all know, yes? You're clever to understand it. The next one is playing chess. You have to think a lot. You have to think about your partner. And so this one is intellectual activity, of course. And the playing the guitar, what is it? This one is, of course, it is creative. I'm very glad that this group of hobbies is very easy for you. And now let's have some practice for hobbies on the next slide. So now let's practice filling in the missing letters in the words that we discussed before. Some of the words were taken from the previous slides and some of the words were taken from the previous lesson, okay? Let's look at the first word. It is connected with drawing and creating pictures, yeah? That is painting. The second is physical activity that you go usually outside on nature, and that is fishing. You fill in I and another I, yes? The next one, what is it? When you think, usually you do it inside your house. So this is doing puzzles, right you are. And this is O, I, U, and E. The next one, when you take your camera and you take a picture of something beautiful. So this is taking photos. So this is A, I, O, and one more O. The second part of the slide, this is intellectual activity, yeah? And that is, of course, playing chess. That is A, I, and E, yeah? The next one is connected with going outside to nature, doing barbecue, singing a song, meeting friends or your parents. And this is camping. You fill in A and I, yes? The next one, you do this inside, usually with friends, yeah, or family, or alone, that is. It's very popular among teenagers, yeah? And this is playing video games. Good one, okay. And the last one, it's popular among your mothers, maybe, or grandmothers. When you create something new, it can be a dress, yeah, or something more interesting. So this is sewing, and the letters that you're filling is E and I. So very well done. That was good job. Now let's go and have some more practice. Here we have different letters and the letters have been mixed up, yeah? So your task is to think about the name which was hidden in this name. So the first one is, did you guess? What do you think this word is? So this is fishing. Okay. The next one is, I don't remember myself. What is it? So painting, right you are. The next one is riding a horse. And then we have three words, yeah? And this is connected with a musical instrument. So this is playing the guitar. The next one is when you go to the mountains and to the nature. So this is hiking. The next one is very creative hobby when you go to karaoke and you sing songs, of course. Then the seventh one is when you stay at home or go to the library and you do reading books, yeah? And the last one is when you have a bicycle. And this is called when you have a bicycle and you ride a bicycle, and this is called cycling, right? Okay. Thank you. Very well done. Now let's go to the next slide where we have some practice. Okay? So we have the questions, but the answers are not in correct order. So let me first read the questions and then we will choose the answers together. Okay? So the first one, what do you like doing in your free time? The second one, what sports do you play? And the last one is, do you like going out with friends? Okay, so what about the answer for the first question? What do you think it is? Okay, so what do you like doing in your free time? What do you think you can manage with this or answer it? I think this is this one, yeah? In my free time, I enjoy listening to music, painting, and reading books. And what sports do you play? The second question is, where's the answer to this question? Hmm? That is, I sometimes play volleyball or basketball with my brother, yes? Mm-hmm. So the next one is, do you like going out with friends? And the answer is, I love going out with my friends. We usually play in the park. So at home, please practice asking and answering the questions, okay? And now I will ask you the questions. Please, I will give you some time and you will answer this question, okay? Let's try it. So, what do you like doing in your free time? Mm-hmm. Thank you. The next one is, what sports do you play? Okay, thank you. The next one, do you like going out with your friends? Thank you. Very good job and very well done. I hope that at home you will have some more practice asking questions and answering the questions, okay? So now we have an overview of the lesson that we had today. We learned about adverbs, about to, quite, and rather. Yeah. Also, we spoke about different groups of hobbies, and the hobbies can be divided into three groups. Yeah. They can be divided into physical, intellectual, and creative activities. And then we practice them in speaking. Right, you are. So, your homework is going to be learn some new words if some words are difficult, okay? Remember the adverbs like rather, quite, and to. Rather is negative and quite is positive. To is the synonym of very, yes? And write 5 sentences about your hobby. So if you have any questions, feel free to find me and write the questions in the comments. So thank you for the lesson. See you in the next lesson. It was very pleasure to meet you and to work with you. So thank you once again. See you. Goodbye.